What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Be Reasonable with Ed Rama. Funny thing that's happened, I recently started binge watching Naked and Afraid, and I know this show has been going on for a while, but I've never watched it before. But I had nothing to watch, and I saw on Hulu they had Naked and Afraid, and started watching that shit. And I gotta say, the show is fucking hilarious. And is 99% suburban white people with cushy lives. Let's say one time, actually two times, they had two black guys that joined the show. One of them was homeless, so of course he was gonna do good in the show. He's used to being outside and shit. And another one was some other dude that did some ninja shit. So both times they actually made it to 21 days, which I was surprised. I don't think no black people wanted to do that shit. Like this was like white people, most of them who have like cushy lives or people who do a lot of outdoor activities that thought this shit would be fun. That went on for this show. But what's really funny about this show, it's all the military people. All the military people in this show talk the most, how they are so good at this, all this military training they had. They brag so much about being in the military that this challenge would be like a piece of fucking cake. First episode I saw, I started with season 8, First episode that I saw, it was this young blonde chick, super happy, super fun. She was like upbeat throughout the whole 21 days. I don't know how this bitch did not run out of energy. And she's a fish tank cleaner. She worked for some aquarium and she went inside the shark tanks and shit. She cleaned fucking tanks, fish tanks. That's what she did for a living. She was a diver that cleaned fish tanks. And the dude that's with her, it was some army ranger or some shit. So like the first 10 minutes is bragging so much about all his primitive skills, all his military training. Military taught me this, the military taught me that, and this and that and this and that. He's talking so much. He's talking about how to make fire and shelter and all this shit. Guess what happened? This chick carried him the whole entire fucking way. I watched pretty much all 8 seasons right now, and about close to half of them are people with military backgrounds, and they do fucking terrible on the show. Like twice, it was the only time, that actually these people that weren't in the military before were able to pull their way through the challenge, not tap out, last the whole 21 days, and actually be helpful. Most of the time, they either tap out early after a few days or just get carried throughout the entire experience by their partner. So this episode that I saw that got me hooked into the show, this dude is bragging so much about his fire making skills and shit. And guess what? For 8 days, he's struggling to make a fire. The chick built a shelter. She went and got fucking coconuts. Well, all these days he's been trying to make fire with a fucking bow drill. What the fuck would you bring a bow drill? You can bring a fire starter. Most people bring a fire starters, but every once in a while you'll get some fucking retards who want to go there with a fucking bow drill to make a goddamn primitive fire. That's fucking stupid, all right? They're all allowed to bring one fucking item. One will bring a machete, one usually will bring a fire starter or like some netting or some cordage or some shit like that, This motherfucker bought a bow drill. Like, what the fuck, are you an idiot? But whatever, he's still talking throughout the show, about all his military experience, his military background, and all the skills he's gotten in there. How this bitch went out. And for 8 days, he struggles to make fire. He's frustrated, he's tired, he's pissed off. All they're doing is just fucking eating coconuts. This chick is like built a shelter. She went and even fucking got the coconuts for him. She's going out there diving and shit and getting like clams and fucking sea snails and shit like that and feeding his ass, while he's been struggling to make fire for 8 days. And you know what? He gives up on it. She tries it fucking one time, she fucking makes fire. And now this dude is all jazzed up. He's like, you know what, like we got fire right now, I got full of energy. I'm gonna go in the ocean, I'm gonna hunt, I'm gonna get some big fishes and the lobsters. Motherfucker says big fishes, all right? And he's bragging about he's gonna catch this shit, he's gonna hunt, and he's gonna bring her a lobster and stuff, She's waiting all day, to get something to eat from him. And guess what? He comes back with nothing. She goes in there and starts diving. She fucking sees a lobster. She goes in there with the fucking bare hands, grabs it by the antennas. They have the antennas ripped off. The lobster goes in a fucking hole. She dives her hand in a hole, snatches this motherfucker out, and brings this dude lobster. Man, at that time, he realizes, like, oh shit, I should just stop fucking talking, and let this bitch do all the work. And you know what? She carried his ass throughout the entire goddamn experience. It was fucking fantastic. And watching all the other episodes, all the people that come with the military backgrounds, they fucking talk so much about all the fucking skills they have. They don't realize that the military provides you with a lot of fucking equipment, a lot of good equipment. That's why they're able to do the survival challenges when they're in the military and camp out, because they got fucking a big ass backpack full of fucking gear. Over there, everybody's bringing one item, and that's fucking it. And they go in there, they're like, oh shit, my skills are to use this stuff that the military gave me, and I don't have this stuff. Now you don't have a fucking skill. But most of the time, about half the time, usually these military people tap out, and the rest of the time they usually get taken care of by like some stay-home mom or some shit like that. It's been stay-home moms over there that have made the 21-day challenge without fucking tapping out, and these hardcore military dudes are tapping out in like day 5. So, I advise for the United States military to have a higher standard who gets to join in. Before they are able to sign up or get recruited for boot camp, they should just go for like 3 weeks out in the wilderness and survive by themselves. And if they can make it to 3 weeks by themselves surviving, then they should be allowed to get recruited and join in the military. Because shit, this show is showing out that like dudes that go hiking and single moms and stay-home moms are able to do this fucking challenge with no problem, but these hardcore military people are not able to fucking pull through it. That's insane to me. It's making the military look a little bad, getting all these people that talk so much shit about being hardcore, being in the army, the Rangers, the Marines and stuff like that, and they end up tapping out or getting carried throughout the entire experience by their partner. Military, you gotta raise up your fucking standards up a little bit. I advise you implement this. Make a 3-week challenge to anybody before they want to join in the military. If they can survive and get creative in the woods by themselves or with somebody else, then if they can make it up to 3 weeks, hey, you're allowed to go to boot camp and get some military training and combat training and weapons training. Peace out. Bless you.